Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kim Say doing another segment of My Mind Mondays. Today's segment of My Mind Mondays, what I just want to talk about is, y'all. So recently, y'all, I seen this clip over the Pivot podcast by Jalen Jones, who played for the Chicago Bears. He's actually like one of the top corners in the NFL. And on that clip, on what Jalen Jones was pretty much talking about is, he was just like pretty much saying, he was just like, your responses are things that you have like systems in place for you that's to being able to keep yourself on track, or if something doesn't go your way, you have some type of system, and your reaction is something you just go off of emotions. You don't have any system. And that's just what I just really want to talk about today, y'all, is like, what are your systems? What do you have intact, so when stuff don't go your way, that you can still just revert back to that? I always tell my football players this one thing, y'all. I always tell them, you don't rise to the cage, you revert back to training. And so pretty much what I was just saying when I just say that is pretty much saying is, y'all, like, yo, when something don't go your way, or if something, when you're in an uncomfortable situation, you only go back to the behaviors that you really have. You don't really go to and try new ways how to figure it out. You actually just revert back to what you normally do. And that's what the thing that I really got out of that video was, that, y'all, was that when things don't go your way, your responses are the things that you have intact. Those are your values. Those are your cores. Like, if you going through a relationship, for instance, let's just say, like, for instance, you going through a relationship, and your lady is not reciprocating your love, or your male is not reciprocating your love. Are you just going to just keep on constantly like yelling and arguing at them? Or are you going to be able to just take the time to, hey, I've been going to therapy. Let me take some tips that my therapist been telling me, like, such as practicing breathing, or just focus on what I can control. Or, hey, your job, or your job is not going your way at a certain time. What is going to be your response? What are the systems you got intact? Maybe you be like, hey, let me probably meditate more, or let me try to figure out ways how to communicate. What are the things that I can control, that I can make this situation better for myself, or figure out ways how to work on it, instead of just being able to react and just be able to blurt out and just make negative things, or make things seem worse than what it is. Not saying it's not bad, but how can you just necessarily have the systems in place for yourself to make sure things don't be as worse as they can be? And so that's just all I just want to talk about, y'all, is like, even to myself, y'all, because sometimes I got systems in place, but sometimes I do react, and I'm human for saying that, but I'm also being open to y'all to saying that, like, yeah, sometimes I gotta clean up my reaction, and focus on my responses myself. So, like, this video is kind of like a mediocre size video, but if you don't get anything out of this video, just understand this, y'all. Like, as long as you got systems in place, it allows you to have responses that are necessarily for that situation to go, not necessarily how you want it to, but at least to where it alleviates a lot of damage. Compared to if you don't have a lot of systems in place for yourself, then you're just going to be reacting and be reaction off of emotions, and just making things a lot more hostile than what it can be. And so, with all that, this being said, y'all, this is Kevin Aside doing another segment of My Mind Mondays.